Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about one of the most amazing organs in the human body, that is the heart. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever placed your hand on your chest after running? What do you feel? Yes, your heart beating fast. That beating is happening because the heart is continuously pumping blood throughout the body. The heart is part of the circulatory system which transports oxygen, nutrients, and important substances to every cell in our body. Even while we sleep, our heart keeps working non-stop. In fact, it beats around 1 lakh times per day. Today we will understand the structure of the heart, how blood flows through it, and why it is essential for life. Before we start, let's quickly see what we will learn in this lesson. By the end of this session, you should be able to first understand the structure of the human heart, meaning where it is located and how it is beat. Second, learn about the four chambers of the heart which are responsible for pumping blood. Third, trace the flow of blood through the heart. In other words, how blood travels from the body to the heart to the lungs and back again. And finally, we will see the difference between the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood. So at the end of this lesson, you will clearly understand how the heart works as the central pump of the circulatory system. Now let's understand why the heart is so important. The heart is basically a muscular pump, just like a water pump moves water through pipes. The heart moves blood through blood vessels. Every time the heart beats, it pushes blood to different organs such as the brain, lungs, kidneys, liver. This blood carries oxygen and nutrients that our cells need to survive. And at the same time, the blood also removes CO2 and products from the body. So, without the heart pumping continuously, our organs would not receive oxygen and they would stop functioning. That is why the heart is considered as one of the most vital organs of the body. Now, many students think the heart is exactly in the center of the chest, but that is not completely correct. The heart is located between the two lungs in the chest cavity. However, it is slightly tilted towards the left side of the body. That is when doctors listen to the heartbeat using a stethoscope. They usually place it slightly on the left side of the chest. Another interesting fact is that the heart is protected by the rib cage, which acts like a natural shield against injury. So the heart sits safely between the lungs, slightly tilted to the left inside the chest. This can be seen from the diagram presented in the screen. Now let's look at the internal structure of the heart. The human heart is divided into four chambers. The upper two chambers are called atria and the lower two chambers are called ventricles. So the four chambers are correspondingly right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. Each chamber has a specific role in blood circulation. The atrium mainly receive blood while the ventricles are responsible for pumping blood out of the heart. These chambers work together in a coordinated way to ensure that blood flows efficiently throughout the body. Now let's focus on the right side of the heart. The right side mainly deals with deoxygenated blood, which means blood that has already delivered oxygen to the body. Now this blood returns to the heart through large veins called the vena cava, and the right atrium receives this deoxygenated blood. From there, the blood moves into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then pumps this blood to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, the CO2 is removed and oxygen is added to the blood. Now let's talk about the left side of the heart. The left side handles oxygenated blood, meaning blood that has just received oxygen from the lungs. This oxygen rich blood enters the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. From the left atrium, the blood moves into the left ventricle. The left ventricle is the strongest chamber of the heart because it needs to pump blood to the entire body. It pushes the oxygenated blood into the aorta, which later distributes it to all organs. Let's quickly summarize the complete pathway of blood flow. First, deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium. Then it moves into the left ventricle. Uh, then it moves into the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs where it receives oxygen. After that, oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium. From the left atrium, it moves into the left ventricle. Finally, the left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood to the entire body. So the flow is from body to right atrium, then to right ventricle, then to lungs, then from lungs to left atrium, then to left ventricle, and then body. Uh, let's again repeat this. So first, deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium, then it moves into the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs where it receives oxygen. After that, deoxygenated blood returns to the left atrium. From the left atrium, it's moved into the left ventricle. And finally, the left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood to the entire body. Finally, let's understand the difference between oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So, the oxygenated blood contains a high amount of oxygen. It is usually bright red in color and it is carried from the lungs to the body. On the other hand, the deoxygenated blood contains less oxygen and more carbon dioxide. It appears darker red and is carried from the body back to the heart. Understanding this difference helps us trace the direction of blood flow in the circulatory system. Now, let's talk about an important component of the heart called valves. Think about a door that allows people to move in only one direction. The heart valves work in a very similar way. They ensure that the blood flows in only one direction and does not flow backward. There are four main valves in the human heart. First, the tricuspid valve. This valve is located between the right atrium and the right ventricle and allows blood to move from the atrium to the ventricle. Second, the pulmonary valve. This valve controls the flow of blood from the right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, which carries blood to the lungs. Third, the mitral, also called as the bicuspid valve. It is located between the left atrium and left ventricle. Finally, the aortic valve, which controls the flow of oxygenated blood from the left ventricle into the aorta. That is the main artery that supplies blood to the body. So remember, the main function of heart valves is very simple. They prevent the backflow of blood and maintain proper blood circulation. Now let's look at some interesting facts about the human heart. The first fact is that the human heart beats about 1 lakh times every single day. Imagine that. Even when we are sleeping, studying, or relaxing, the heart never stops working. Second fact, the heart pumps around 4,000 liters of blood every day. That is an enormous amount of blood moving through our body continuously. And here is another interesting point. The size of the human heart is roughly equal to the size of your clenched feet. So, if you make a fist like this, you are roughly looking at the size of your own heart. Despite being relatively small, it performs an incredibly powerful and vital function for the entire body. Let's quickly summarize what we learned today. We learned that the heart is the central pump of the circulatory system. Its main role is to pump blood throughout the body so that every organ receives oxygen and nutrients. We also saw how blood circulates from the body to the heart, then to the lungs, and back again to the body. This circulation continuously helps keep all organs function properly. So, understanding how the heart works helps us understand how many important processes in the human body are linked together, and together they perform a important vital task. and that's why studying the circulatory system is such an important part of biology. Thank you everyone for joining this session. I hope this helped you clearly understand the structure and functioning of the human heart. Remember, our heart works non-stop throughout our life, so keeping it healthy through exercise, balanced diet, and a healthy lifestyle is extremely important. See you in the next session.